fine. So when I edit this, I'll throw some gameplay up. But you remember this game? This was the brand new JJK game that was supposed to release. If you don't know what JJK is, that's Jujutsu Kaisen, which you probably know about this. If you don't, you've been sleeping under a rock. You have to be. But this game did get announced, okay? Now, the game itself was supposedly supposed to release last year, 2022. And it got announced, I would say, when I first made the video for this game, it was a very long time ago. So it's absolutely... I genuinely think, and this is going to be my biased opinion, so just realize that when I say this is purely speculation. I think that this may not release even, okay? There are games that did get indefinitely delayed and then just ended up never releasing. For example, a really good game, if you don't already know, there is the Demon Slayer game, which it never released. Till this day, it has not released. So I don't know what happened there. And honestly, that was a really cool game, really cool concept, a Battle Royale Demon Slayer game. You know how sick that sounds on paper? It's like the greatest thing you could ever see, but never released. That's what happened in the end. Today, let's talk about this. JJK getting even more bad news than you kind of thought. And remember, it was supposed to release right now. Around this point, it would start getting the hype up and pre-registration, all this, and dropping, and nothing. So let's talk about it here today. We have a new tweet to go over and break down. Yeah. So hopping over here, this is the October 27th tweet. So October 27th rolled around, which, if you will, you went through November, December, January, February, now you're in March. So 4 months. 4 months ago, we got this tweet. And what did this tweet say? It basically, to break it down in a super simple format, we're postponing the release. We will postpone the release to spring of 2023. We're sincerely sorry, we can't really do it. Their reasoning was they just wanted to make it polished, right? And it's a good I'm not gonna say excuse, but it's a good thing, right? You want the game to be polished if it's gonna release. You want that, and if it's not polished, it's gonna get hated on day one, right? But for the game, when we saw like the trailers and everything, it looked like it was kind of fleshed out. The thing is too, and I mentioned this also, we didn't get much from this game, right? There was not much gameplay, not much trailers, not a beta, not anything rolling around that I kind of said. And I mentioned this in my original video that it seemed like they weren't ready at all. And when I said it, it was kind of true. I'm now taking a picture here to translate perfectly. It said, "We are sorry, we delayed until spring 2023. The development is being steadily handled, but we have to postpone it in order to provide you the highest quality. In the future, we are planning a new live broadcast that has, or what is it? That has been well received, and we plan to introduce various contents and visuals that have not been released so far. So we hope you are ready for it. Thank you for your support." So they planned, it looks like, a live stream. It never happened. We are now at this point, it never happened. They shot out a new tweet today, okay? And this new tweet says, yeah, the game was originally scheduled to be released in spring of 2023, but it has changed to within 2023. So not even a time. They just say within, which means after spring, you're at a point where there's 6 months left of the year, right? And then what? It's just within. They didn't even say summer. They didn't even say winter. They didn't even say quarter. They just said within. So absolutely not a great look for the game. Now, again, if they want to polish it, let it be polished. That's a great thing. The thing is, the amount of news for this game has been so abysmal that there has been like no communication. Really, they have gone silent. There was like no tweet from this game since December, and now we're in March, right? So I don't know what's going on. They could be right now. If you don't already know, like things are just in like development hell. Gacha games, anime, in so many cases, it's just in development hell. And when I say that, I mean like they're going through things that they can't finish it. The environment's not working out. Something's going on that they can't get everything working. If you look at also Black Clover Mobile, you know, we're still waiting on that. It's like no gacha game that was supposed to release has released so far. Take another picture, calm down, to get like a full translation. But they do say this, right? JJK Phantom Parade was scheduled to be released in the spring of 2023, but the scheduled delivery date has been changed to officially within 2023. Aiming to further improve the quality, we will announce the new scheduled delivery date again when we have a prospect to deliver to everyone, right? So confirms they have no idea. They don't know when. It could be pushed to 2024. That's why it's like really scary, and this is why it's really bad, because it's like they have no idea. They don't know when they're gonna finish it. They don't know when they can get it done. And again, for the reason of getting it polished, people always say, yeah, that's a great thing. It is. It's just for this game, it's been really weird in how they haven't shown anything. It's like, you know, they hyped it up that it's ready to go in that first stream, and since then, it wasn't ready to go at all. It just got delayed, and it's where we are right now, in that we don't even have it, or we're not close to having it, right? But we sincerely apologize for not being able to deliver it to the originally planned spring 2023. New information about the game will also be released on official Twitter and official live broadcasts, so stay tuned for it. Thank you for the patience for Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade. and the development team. So that's the tweet. That's the message, basically telling you that nope, we don't have a plan for this year. I am so sorry. We'll, or rather, they have a plan for this year, but not spring, which they originally said. So that is where it currently lands in. And again, the game itself did look kind of fleshed out. It did. Yeah, the gameplay wasn't really too great for a lot of people to look at. They were like, oh, I wanted a real fighting game. I wanted a 3D action RPG. And instead, you got like a side-scrolling kind of side fighter, which the gameplay is fine. To each their own, right? So it does look a little bit choppy. Definitely something that I'm not like an insane fan of. And I said this always. It never was. But I mean, after all that, it still got delayed heavily. So if you look at it too, games have just been getting delayed. Really, if you look at it, so many things have been getting delayed. Potentially, or was it 70th Origin was delayed? Potentially, okay. Black Clover might, delay itself until the actual end point of the 6-month thing, right? So they said half year. They might actually launch at the very end of the part of half year, right? So June 30th, which is currently the date on the App Store. They might actually release then because of they don't have they haven't announced global pre-registration, which when they do that, it's 30, 60 days after. They still haven't. Now, let's say we're 30 to 60 days out. That means that if it were to launch, it launches in May, right? And you're super close to that thing where if they don't announce in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, you're getting over to June. So that might take a while. So many games might take a while. But, I'm kind of shocked that it did happen. They were saying that they were ready almost. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. And again, for this game, if you're wondering, they did not mention a global release ever, so we don't really know what's happening. And also realize that this game does have a lot of hype because in the time while I'm talking about this video or making this video, the tweet was dropped at 7:02. Okay, it is now like 20 minutes after, and they gained 1.6k likes, which is more than Black Clover gets on the tweets, right? So kind of the game is hyped, and it definitely is something big. I'm just shocked that it got delayed that fast. Okay. I did think that it would release in the at this point, but didn't. So again, it's all good. If they can fix up the quality, get it up there, and get it up to snuff, that'd be pretty cool. The game has potential for the reason that it's OG characters, like OC, right? So they're going to work on their own characters, their own storyline, alongside the JJK storyline itself. Again, the characters for JJK can be summoned for it. There are so many good characters. So a gacha game for it definitely has potential. But it is still, for me, pretty shocking. Okay, I did not expect it to get delayed just like that, but it is going down. So keep it in mind, if you were hyped for JJK Phantom Parade, you might have to wait a little bit more. It is pretty kind of stupid to see this, but hey, I'm hoping that they can get things ironed out, and the game does release to be really good. Again, what is it, the famous line? An unfinished game, it will, what is it? What's the phrase? What's the phrase? 1 second. Here we go. I got it. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. Boom. Top tier quote, and that is the best way to end this video. One more time, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad.